God's name is going on in here?
Episode 70, man. 70. As they said in when it creeped up, man, they called it that era was called the 70s. I call it for me it was the golden era because I was born in the 70s. Weren't you born in the 70s, Vinny?
Late 70s.
Okay, that's cool. That golden era, man. We were the golden shit, dude. Good shit. But the 70s, man, was great, man. Everybody had hair and bush, and everybody had fucking pubes everywhere. It was a great time, man.
Yeah,
you know, you got to bring me some of those Playboys, man, so I could check out the.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The vintage stuff.
The hair pies, you know, check them out, man.
Vintage.
Vintage cooter. Anyway, so, yeah, man, 70. Roseanne, I think, is 70. Sharon Osbourne, no, she's my favorite, dude. I love her. I love the way she talks. Sharon Osbourne. Dog the Bounty Hunter. What was his name?
That guy looks rough.
Oh, Dog?
Yeah,
dude, Dog. Dog was sketchy, dude. You know, I heard some rumors, man. Not rumors. It was actual information. Dog, after Beth died, Beth with the nice.
The cans.
Yeah, the cans. After she passed away, like right away, he married her best friend or something like that, dude. Right when she died, he married her best friend.
Damn.
He's kind of shady, man. He's hence the name Dog, huh? Hence the name, dude. But yeah, him and let's see who else. Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum, dude. I love his hands, dude. Like his hands are long, dude. He's got big old fucking hands like that, dude. They're great.
He's a weirdo, man. Like straight weirdo.
I bet you it was his idea, and I'm sure somebody's probably said this before. It's probably his idea during Jurassic Park when he had to lay down like all sexy when he was laying down on his side. I bet you that was his idea. Like the fucking director said, you don't have to do that way. He goes, nah, I'll probably do it this way.
You know that's not the way he really talks. He chooses to talk that way.
Yeah, dude. He's got a real cool like cadence in his voice, like the way he talks and when he's acting and shit. He's really, I love it. Like in The Fly, I love the way he talked in The Fly, dude. Like when he started switching over to The Fly and he was all like ticky. Yeah, like he's all ticky. I like that when he was doing that. He was really cool. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum, man. There's a shit ton of stars, man. Oh yeah, Paul. Yeah, Pee Wee. Yeah, Pee Wee. That's right. Y'all said Pee Wee. Paul Rubin. What was it? Oh yeah, Roseanne, dude. I don't know if you heard about it. Roseanne was doing a podcast with this guy named Theo Vaughn, and they were doing a podcast together, and it got taken down off of YouTube. It got taken down because the shit they were talking about. Right? It was a comedy. You know, it was a comedy podcast, and they were chit chatting, and the shit they were saying, they took it off of YouTube, and then Elon Musk or Theo Vaughn tweeted it, and then Elon Musk said, "Well, comedy here. It's going to be free to however you want to talk and do your comedy. You can do it here on Twitter now. So now you can post your comedy specials on Twitter now, and they don't charge you. Like you can just put it up. You can post it up there now.
Oh wow!
And like he retweeted that dude's podcast. Theo Vaughn has a good following anyway. He's a big comedian. Like he's been on Joe Rogan show a shit ton of times. He's a big comedian, but he came from the MTV Road Rules shit. I don't know if everybody remembers that shit. He used to be on Road Rules.
Yep.
He's a good looking kid, man. But then he got into excuse me, he got into the drugs and shit. He got real strung out, man. So I think he had to get his shit together. And then he came back and then did a few podcasts that I used to listen to with some other guys. And like I said, he's doing well, man. He's big now. And he hangs out with like the fucking owner of, what's that chicken place? Cane's Chicken? Raising Cane's. I think he hangs out with that guy a lot. The owner, yeah. They're like buddies.
The owner or
the
Post
owner.
Malone owner?
No. I like the new Post Malone commercials, though, with the Cane's ones. Like they're sleeping in, there's one where they're sleeping in sleeping bags. And the sleeping bag's like a chicken finger, and it's all like crusty and crunchy.
Oh wow!
It looks real cool, man. It's really neat. Anyway, Post Malone's killing it, man, with that whole Cane's thing, man. He's really killing that whole thing.
So you mean the Vinnie Zuko comedy special can go straight
we can go,
to
yeah,
Twitter?
Dude, you can go straight to Twitter now, and they don't give you no shit.
To wait for Netflix.
No, and then you don't have to worry about. You can cuss and say how you want, you know. Because like I said, it was being censored, man. YouTube's really being sketchy, man. They don't want you to say shit, man. Like they're being very PC over there, man.
Did you know that Pee Wee was in Michael Keaton Batman, Tim Burton Batman as the Penguin's dad?
Yeah.
And then fast forward all the way to recently with Gotham, he was the Penguin's dad in that also.
Oh, was he? Yeah. Was that Golf from the Golf from the TV show series?
Yeah.
The series?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know? I don't know if you. I'm a big fan of when I was a kid, man. I used to be a huge, and I shouldn't have been, but I was because shitty parents. I was a big fan of Cheech and Chong growing up, dude. So I saw all the movies, Up in Smoke, Nice Dreams, all those. And Pee Wee, that's when I first saw Pee Wee Herman. Was in.
He was doing stand up.
He was doing and he was in Nice Dreams, and he was like the coke dealer. And he comes to the table, and he's all like his fucking nose is covered in coke and shit. He's all like wired up and shit. And then when I saw him, I was like, dude, that guy he's a special kind of person, man. He was weird as shit, dude. And then as I got older, he did the HBO special where he was the Pee Wee Herman show,
right.
and it was the HBO thing, and it was cool.
All the props,
all the props and shit. And what was that lady used to come? That lady friend of his with the red hair, Mrs. something. I forget, huh? Miss Yvonne, yeah. And
it had a very retro feel to it. That's
dude,
probably why I liked it.
I loved it, dude. It had that 70s feel. The whole show made me feel like I was sitting on a red glitter backseat, in a hot rod or something. That's how it made me feel. Like it had that feel to it. But she was for me when I was a kid. I used to love. She was hot to me when I was a kid. Dude, Mrs. What was her name? Miss Yvonne. It's like I always forget it. Dude.
Anyway, she was crazy hot. How people got their start on Pee Wee. Like Lawrence Fish.
Yeah.
How you say it?
Yeah.
Fishburne.
Yeah, Fishburne.
Fishburne.
He was the rodeo guy.
Yeah.
Right? The cowboy.
Yeah.
Cowboy Eddie.
Cowboy Kurt.
Cowboy Kurt. Yeah. Cowboy Eddie. What the hell was I thinking about? And also, what's his name too? Jambi. Make it like a high, make a hiney ho. Phil Hartman. Yeah, dude. He committed suicide, right?
Yeah.
His wife killed him.
His wife offed him.
Oh, excuse me. Let me correct myself. He unalived himself, or she unalived him, right? She unalived him, right? That's how the kids say it, right? That's how got to keep up with the times, man. Even though you're old as shit, you got to keep up with the times, man. These damn kids, man, changing the, huh? Yeah, Cowboy Curtis. Yeah. That was him. And then, like I said, who else was there? I think there's some other stars too. Anyway, I used to love Cherry, man. Cherry was the shit. Cherry. Yeah, I think it was. It wasn't
Hartman was Captain.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Captain Kurt.
Right.
Carl.
Well, who the hell was Jambi then? He wasn't him though on the HBO special. I could have sworn he was on the HBO special. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. But
oh man, I used to love waking up and watching Pee Wee's Playhouse.
The magic word of the day and shit, and people would lose their shit. They said the word. Yeah. It was great, man.
Get on the scooter after the show, man. I was so upset when he had to get on the scooter and leave.
The show was over, man. It was long. Dude. It was who else was in there? I used to love the little. It was a robot. I forget what the robot's name was. I always forget the robot's name. He was my favorite.
Talking about the map? Oh no! You're talking.
He's like a boombox. What was he? I don't know what his name was. Boombox.
What was his name?
I can't remember now. Shit. But yeah, man, I used to love that. Pee Wee was Pee Wee was that's what Conky. That's the shit, man. That's a good name. Those are definitely all names he made up when he was on coke. You gotta believe that shit. Those are coke names, dude. But yeah, so that's where I first saw Pee Wee. Dude was on Cheech and Chong, Nice Dreams. That's where I first saw him, and I thought he was. I thought he was amazing, dude. I thought he was just the funniest thing ever, dude. Just the way he looked.
He has a lot of stuff, man, that he did.
Did you get into Cheech and Chong? Did you like that or not?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, he was. They were at the table. They were eating Chinese food, and they were all coked up, man. It was funny as shit, dude. That was like I said, again, appropriate stuff for me to watch.
Yeah,
but
I know he got a bad rap, but
yeah,
but he had some cool stuff though.
Yeah, for sure, man. Pee Wee's the shit, and of course, the alleged, porn movie, the theater and shit at the when he was twerking it.
Somebody followed him in there, man, or somebody tipped him off.
Oh yeah, the Pee Wee was up in there. Yeah.
Leave that man alone.
Yeah, let him enjoy himself, literally, Let him enjoy himself. But yeah, the PC thing, the reason I was saying about the PC thing about, and I just give the next generation shit because, all this, cancel bullshit, it's just, gotta have a thick skin, man. Sometimes they don't have it, but, it's all good. We'll figure it out. But I was thinking, I don't know if you heard about that shit. Everybody's been talking about it, man. It's been everywhere. It's been all over social media and everything. The Jason Aldean thing about the song about,
not in my town.
Yeah, or small town. Yeah, in a small town.
He should have said not in my town.
That too. But it was just crazy, man. How he got all so much shit for that, dude. And he was, and like I said, I went through it with a fine-tooth comb when I was listening to it and watching the video. And I mean, I didn't see any racism.
You're looking for lice.
Oh yeah, I was trying to see if I was trying, pop them fucking lice, kill them. But I didn't see nothing, dude. And it was just it's just shitty, man. People have said worse and don't get canceled.
Yeah, man.
People said things.
That goes that toilet paper thin skin, bro.
Yeah, dude. But the thing about the video, dude, I was checking it out. Is like he hits everything. Like he's talking about people who even stormed the Capitol. He talked about everybody, looter, everybody, Antifa, everybody. Everybody.
If you did something wrong,
yeah, he's gonna call you out.
Not in my town.
Yeah, dude. And that's all he was saying. It's just very simple, dude. It's very straightforward. I mean, I don't know why people are getting confused and getting all panties in the wad and shit. It's just very straightforward, man. I felt bad for him though, dude, because TMC, TMC, right? Or
CMT.
It's
CMT.
it's that dyslexia, man. CMT. Yeah, he took his video off the
Turner Movie Classics.
Yeah,
over
that too.
here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, dude. That's what I was thinking. Oh man, dude, I'm watching the old shit, dude. I'm watching.
You watching the black and white?
Yeah, Humphrey Bogart.
Oh,
is it
TCM.
Oh, what the hell am I thinking about, man? Anyway, yeah, both all fucking melons are fucked up, dude. But yeah, so CMT pulled his shit off, and that's that's pretty shitty, man. But with CMT, I haven't. Again, I'm not a Jason Aldean fan. He's fine. Like I dig him. He's got one song that I really, really love, which is "Flyover States." But that's from like it's an older song. But I'm not a big country guy. But when I saw this shit, I was just like, well, what are they doing to him? Like, what did he do? Oh, so I checked it out, and I didn't see nothing there, man. Then the funny thing is, like, you told me to start doing YouTube rabbit hole shit.
Yeah,
so I
man.
did. So I took your advice and I did that. So I was watching all these people doing reaction videos. All these black dudes that do YouTube. They were doing the reaction videos, and they were like, "Dude, there's nothing here, man. Like, what are y'all looking for? There's nothing here. The guy's just speaking the truth, man. He's just saying what I would say in my own house. Like, don't bring that shit to my house, and I wouldn't let that happen, man. So it was cool to see people that don't dig him and don't dig country.
We look out for each other around here.
Yeah. It's just that's just common sense, man. It's not he's not reinventing the wheel, man. He's just saying what we all think. You don't do that shit in our neighborhood. But
so who you said, I watched the reaction videos. You watched the reaction videos. So who were the people that actually took offense to it? You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I didn't take offense to it.
Yeah, no.
The
word that took and it's always this dude, and I'm not not trying to be a douche or anything, but I think it's usually the white cats that take offense to it they're taking the hit for the black people, and the black people are like, hey, dude, I can speak for myself. I don't need you to take the hit for me, man. Like, I can take my own hits. Like, I don't need you to speak up for me. Like, I'm not an idiot here. But yeah, for the most part, it was just just want to get this dude canceled for what he was saying. Just get him, he wasn't saying the right thing. He was saying, and they try to say that the video was racist because there's one particular part where there's these two, and you can't tell if they're black guys, Mexican. You can't tell what they are. There's two dudes coming into the store trying to rob it, and a white dude, has a gun. And he, confronts him, and they run off. And it's just not. I didn't see anything racist
they
about
said that he was promoting violence.
Yes, yeah, he was inciting violence and starting shit, but he was just making a statement. He's just making a statement.
Took all the clips of all the dumb shit that they did and put it in a video
and made a
montage.
Yeah, montagery, man, like the 80s movies. I used to love those 80s movies when they do the montages, when they're getting dressed. What about this outfit? They're like, not that outfit. And then they switch to the clothes. I love those montages, man. Those are the shit. But there was also old school shit too. Frank Williams Sr., man. Hank Williams Sr. He had was the cowboy one? I mean the Indian one. And I'm a native, and I didn't get Kalijah. Yeah, he's talking about the Indian, and the music is like very like boom boom boom, like very Indian vibe to it, And that shit didn't. I'm surprised he's not getting canceled for it now. And the funny part about it is, for me, dude, the funny thing about this is, like, you got Garth Brooks and what's the other one? Tim McGraw. Garth Brooks and Tim McGraw, man. You look at these cats and the way they are and the way they carry themselves, and to each their own. You can be on whatever side you're on. I don't give a shit what side you're on, politically. But you look at these cats, and they're very liberal cats. And it's funny that we should be canceling Tim McGraw for the shit that for some of the songs that he did back in the day. He had Indian Outlaw, and that song was like straight up, Indian, like the drums and the whole nine, saying, it was very, if I was a sensitive person, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of racist, man. But I don't give a shit because he's making a song. It's a damn song. Who gives a shit? It's just a damn song. Who cares? So if we want to look at ourselves, he should look at himself and say, hey, I should be canceled for that bullshit. And, I'm sure Garth Brooks has a fucking song that was like that too. At some point, I'm not sure, but I've never been like I said, country guy. I'm not a country guy, man. I don't really dig it. Like I said, there was some songs that I did dig in the older country. Like I dug some Kenny Rogers, man. He was cool, man. And
got no one to hold him. No one to fold.
Fucking gambler.
That kind of
gambler.
Yeah, I got you.
But that's the kind of shit I go. But the new stuff, it's fine, man. It's whatever. But oh yeah, like holding hands and shit like that.
They were just wondering why. How come? What's her name? The chick with the long fingernails. Cardi B.
Oh, Cardi B
with the nasty nails.
Nasty nails.
Like, she sings WAP, right? Yeah, how can she get Grammys for that?
Oh yeah, dude. And then
Knowing you're just talking about, like it's totally inappropriate, but yet you're gonna like talk about this man and him just saying like you can't do this in a small town
Yeah,
because we're
dude.
not gonna put up with that shit,
And-
right?
yeah. And then the thing that really pissed me off, was they try to say it was that vibe of like they call it a sundown town where they're gonna string you up and hang you if
Oh,
you're here
no.
too late kind of thing. It's like that's not what pro lynching song. That's what they were saying. It's like, come on,
Oh,
man, it's not.
no.
You're going too deep with this bullshit. It's just a fucking song, man. It's just like calm down. God, it was the direction I was gonna go with that one. Jesus. But yeah, I mean there's so many songs, man, out there that just could be. Oh, that's what it was. What was the name of that song that we were listening to on that guy that he was saying that those dudes they were talking about something that's pink and something's brown or something like. I don't know who that was, but I'm saying that's pretty offensive to me. If I was easily offended, that offended me. No, you don't have to look it up. But that yeah. Yeah, she's like it's brown, and I can't forget the artist, and then
The hell?
and then
Yeah,
were,
don't Google
no,
it.
they're gonna ruin your whole what you call it there.
Man, they got wet wipes for that.
Yeah, clean it up. What was his name? DJ Pooh or was not Pooh? What's that one that you said Malik likes? Pooh Shiesty has a song. It's called something about blood or something. Something about so it's basically inciting violence too, man. It's like they were showing songs that incite violence, like you're trying to say this one, but they didn't get canceled. But anyway, man, neither here nor there, man. Like I said, the dude's just making music, and you shouldn't be canceled for making music, man. It's art, man. You got to be. It's
Correct.
free. It's free, man. And then one of my biggest crushes as a kid was back in the news. Dude. She was I saw it trending on Twitter, and I got nervous when I saw her trending. Pat Benatar. She was trending, and I was like, oh shit, I hope she's not dead, dude. So I went on there and checked it out, man. It wasn't. It was just she came up because Ted Cruz had said something about her, and it came up, and it was just a ridiculous comment that he had, dude. But it was just like he brought her up in it, and that's why she was trending. So I got scared for a minute there. I thought we had lost her, man. And she was a hardcore chick, man. Like back in the day, she was rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
I thought she was like her and Joan Jett. I thought those
They're
were
kind of punk rockers.
yeah, dude. They set the trend for these tough chicks, man. Oh, and the gal from Heart. What's her name? The lead singer of Heart, the dark haired one. Huh? Nancy Wilson. Yeah, dude. That chick could fucking sing, dude. She was she had a voice on her, man. She had a hell of a voice on her. But yeah, I got nervous when I saw Pat Benatar trending. I was like, oh shit, dude. I thought we were gonna lose her, man. Let's see where else. Another chick. Speaking of Pat Benatar. And I was gonna say because to keep the Britney Spears segment going, I was gonna say there was some leakage of leakage. There was a video leak of her with her mic live, like with her dancing and shit. And I understand she's moving around, she's dancing, and she's moving around on the stage. Just before she got crazy and shit, she was still doing her Vegas stuff at her residency. And she was singing on stage, man. It was like the live mic, dude. Holy shit, man! It sounded like somebody just off the fucking street singing, dude. It just sounded like a person. It was brutal, dude. It was just like, and like I said, I get it. I took into account that she was bouncing around and dancing and sweating and shit, and gyrating and
Two
shit.
cats in an alley or what?
Oh, dude, it was rough. Yeah, it was rough because it didn't even sound like her, man. It didn't even sound close to her, man. It's just like Jesus, the magic they can do in those studios, man. It's a miracle.
Auto-tune.
Yeah, it's a miracle, man. It's a miracle. And that also made me think. I was watching this again. You got me going on the YouTube rabbit hole thing, and I got into watching how the people make. Because somebody was interviewing Little Bow Wow, and I know he doesn't do music, and he's from a while ago, but they were asking his opinion on music now. He's like, dude, it's all the same bullshit, same beat. He goes, well, all they do is they drop these beats in these programs, and it's the same bullshit, and they're basically the same beat and the same kind of vibe of the same kind of rap. Nobody's doing nothing that's new or fresh or
Right.
that's standing out. It's like everybody's just taking this formula, plugging it in, and just singing over the beat. That's bullshit. And then because I heard that, I went to go see how they do make the beats, and it's just like, dude, they take a song, an old song or whatever the case may be, an old funk song or whatever, and then they take one little clip out of it, like a beat, drum or guitar riff or whatever, and they stick it in there, and they just kind of repeat it and throw it in there, and just kind of put sound effects to it. And I was just watching how this guy made like fucking 20 beats in like an hour, and it's something that used to take time because they were talking to the guy that Damn, he made the beats for some of the hits. Like he was like one of the last guys.
Because they actually had to like download it or like I guess pretty much copy what they did with their instruments
Sure.
to get it into the computer. And then now, like you said, they just pretty much highlight it,
Yeah.
take that piece out and put it into something.
And just click and paste, man. And he was like, and then the guy was making like several beats off that one initial beat. He just kind of made different ones that kind of branched off, but you could tell they're all essentially the same shit. And then I was watching De La Soul, and they were kind of pissed off too. And they're like, dude, when we made beats, man, we took a sample. We just didn't take the sample blatantly and just stick it in there. Like we took it and we flipped it and we turned it backwards, or we slowed it down, or we did something else to it. He goes, we made it our own, just like
Beastie Boys were really good at that.
Yeah, that's what they talked about them too. The same kind of thing. It's like they used that beat, not stole it, but they sampled it, and of course they paid for the sampling, but they tweaked it and they put their own spin on it, and like I said, either slowed it up or speeded it up or added an extra drum in there or something like that. It wasn't as blatant like Vanilla Ice's bullshit. Ice Ice Baby. He just stole that. He has one more. He just added one more.
One more snare.
Yeah, that's it, man. But yeah, man. Just watching all that shit, just like I said, you had me going, man. I was like, God damn, Vinnie, man. I got to stop listening to him watching these damn YouTube videos, man. I was just going in it, man. I was just
3 a.m. and you're like, oh, God.
I know. I was getting away from you, man. But it was interesting, man, seeing how these people, I always was curious how they made these, how they made beats and how they did this shit. I was just always curious how they did it. But because, like I said, I just enjoy the end product. I don't want to see how the sausage is made, but I had to see how the sausage was made. And it was a mistake. It was a mistake as usual. Also, man, don't ever eat McDonald's chicken nuggets, man. Careful.
Don't even.
Be
I don't even want to know.
Be careful, dude, because I was reading this little article, and this girl,
want to know.
after 4 years, dude, this little girl after 4 years, this little girl finally got her money. She got paid $800,000, $800K. She got burnt from her nuggets, dude. Her mom, I guess they went to the drive-thru, I think it was, and they handed. She was 4 years old at the time. Now it's 4 years later. She's 8 now. Mom gives her the nuggets or whatever, and I guess she dropped it on her leg, right? She dropped it, and they give her a second-degree burn on her leg on the chicken nugget. So they're deadly, dude. You gotta watch them nuggets, man. But yeah, she sued, or her parents sued them, and then McDonald's finally, after 4 years of bullshit, they finally got $800K, man. So, I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
I thought you were about to say they found something in the damn that rubber ass nugget.
No, it's all
that's on the fly.
Yeah,
like if I'm on the road or whatever, and I'm like, man,
got no choice.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah,
I don't know what it is, but
yeah, dude, it was just funny. Like after 4 years, she finally got paid, man. $800K, man. I'll take that.
You're telling me that she got burnt by the hot grease.
Like I say, how hot was that shit, dude? Because when they give it to you, it takes a minute for you to get it. Like they cook them, and, it takes a minute to get it.
Okay. Speaking on that,
go ahead.
You said that it burnt her leg. Your boy was in the gas station. This guy gets coffee. First thing he fucking does is take a sip, and he's like, "Oh, it's hot." I go, "What did you think? It's hot coffee."
Coffee, dude.
Like you're just gonna drink it? Like fucking pot is red, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, come on. Dude.
Oh, that's hot.
Or you know what? My favorite thing is, and I do this because I'm an idiot. I do this all the time. When you go to the Mexican restaurant, hey, watch it, hot plate. Psst, burn my fucking finger every time, dude. Every time I have to touch it, dude. It's like
you think he's joking with you?
Huh? Oh, I know that. But I can't. It's just a habit, dude. It's just
if anybody out there in the industry knows why that plate is hot, put it. Drop it in the comments.
Let it cool down.
For real.
Let it cool down a little bit.
Like, let me know why that damn plate is hot.
No,
and you know what? Sometimes the food ain't even hot. No. Damn plate is hot.
You know what I've learned? I've learned it, and I learned this from all my studying of Ramsey and shit. They put it. I think they put the food is called the salamander, and it's above where they're cooking. It's like a oven that's right above it. They put it in there, and it keeps the food hot. And I think that fucking thing gets that plate hot as shit. It's the salamander, no?
It doesn't go in there though.
What is it?
You don't put the plate in there.
Or is it the food?
You put the salamander and put it on your plate.
The food.
It's on a metal plate.
The actual food. Okay. So
Like I understand the fajitas, but damn.
No, you know the fajitas. You know what the trick is with that? What they do?
You throw water on it.
Yeah, they did the damn pan thing is hot. They just put water on it. And just the meat is cold as shit. The meat's always cold, dude. They just make it look good. Like it's like they just don't, So that's
that David Copperfield.
No, I think I don't know where I saw that at.
Magic tricks, man.
No,
that dude with the mask or the masked magician. He's like, no, hit their water on it.
Did you see? Did you see when that guy? He was good when he showed how they disappeared, how they made a tank disappear. It was just a camera trick, how they scooted the camera over a little bit, and then when they had two things. They had, I forgot how it was. They had the tank with the camera angle on it. It had camera on it like that, and then they just slid over a little bit the camera angle, and then when they pulled the sheet off, there's nothing there. So they didn't make the tank disappear. That dude almost got all kinds of death threats, dude, for the shit he was showing off, man.
Did they even find out who he was?
You couldn't look. I think you can look him up. I think he looks Italian. He's nice and olive. He's got that olive skin. He looks Italian.
Does he have jet black hair like the rest of like all of them do?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like all magicians, tan and jet black hair.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, Valentino, right? Is that what it says? Okay.
There he is.
Italian cat. I should have known, dude.
Valentino.
Oh,
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I think so.
Wikipedia said he's still
he
alive.
still made it. But no, yeah, that's tricks of the trade, man. I heard, man. They just throw a little water in there and the sizzle goes. It makes it look like but the meat's always cold as shit, dude. Always. And chewy. Depending on where you go, it's always chewy. Where I go is my
shoe leather.
My go-to Tex-Mex place has got to be it's got to be Gringos. I think it's got to be Gringos. You can't go wrong with Gringos. They're pretty fast, efficient. You know, service is always good there, and that's not even a plug, dude. It's just they're just efficient, dude. They don't fuck around.
Not a fan of Tex-Mex
at
all.
No, I like the original shit, but if I have to do it in a pinch, if I gotta do Tex-Mex, it'll be Gringos.
Exactly what you're gonna do.
Yeah, a pinch. Yeah, it's gonna pinch that wallet too. Pinch that. They're a little pricey over there. Proud of them beans, the refried beans. But they sucker you and say, oh, you can have a little free snow cone. I mean, a free soft serve on your way out. Oh, that's bullshit. I don't know, dude. But yeah, man, McDonald's, and then to segue, the nice segue into that, which is I usually never have a good segue, but this time I did. Whataburger, man, they're setting the trends up in there in Austin, dude. Whataburger, the first just takeout. You can order online, you can order it on the app, but you can't go in, you can't dine in. It's just pick up, and the building is really cool. It's like very futuristic. They'll have I think they said they're gonna have 40 or 50.
So now you have to stand in line for an hour.
Oh,
and a
it's
half.
called a food locker. You pick it up, the food locker. It's got like a little thing. It's a little locker, and you grab your food and take it out. It's Austin and Bee Caves in Austin. The first one's in Bee Caves. You know Bee Caves out there in Austin. I don't know if you know where the lake and the bridge and shit. I forget what that bridge is called. But yeah, dude, they got little lockers out there, and you just take your food and get it out of there. And you don't talk to nobody. You don't have to speak to nobody. Digital Kitchen, that's what it was called. I knew I had a name for it.
Is there a photo of the line to get in this locker? Or?
No, it's just you just order online and you do it through the app. And like I said, I think they have 50 employees in there working, and they have a manager and shit. Like, because there's a kitchen, and there's nobody orders shit, man. I mean, you just order through online.
I've come to like just hate Whataburger, dude.
I don't fuck with it, dude. I don't fuck with Whataburger at all.
Like I'm not like every time the damn line.
The bun sucks ass, dude. The bun's always hard and fucking cold. In-N-Out's a shit, dude. I love In-N-Out. That's I love it. In-N-Out's my jam.
Real quick.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you compare it because they only have a couple things on the menu.
Yeah, you can't fuck it up, dude. It's either the double or the single and then the fries. The fries are so underrated, dude. They're so fresh. I don't know how people don't like them. They're so fresh. They cut
the man like just smashing them,
cutting them. Yeah. But yeah, Whataburger's got the first one, dude. That's the first one. That's Austin, so I gotta check that out. Where it's just no employees, you don't have to talk to nobody, dude. You just get your meal and you go, man. You get your.
So is there like just one cat in there making everybody's food?
Nah, they got a staff of 50 in there, man.
Golly.
And I don't get that. What's that? It's just they got a manager and shit, and I don't know. I forgot what the details were on it because I was skimming. But yeah, I was excited. I was excited to go. I want to go see it though because just like that McDonald's up in Fort Worth, I want to go see that one too. There's no people in that one. There's no people in that one. It just makes.
Does it have the robot hand like this?
Yeah, the thing when you open the little flap
fries,
it just shoots out the burger to you, man. You don't have to talk to nobody. I like that shit, man. It's going more that way, and it's like even me when I go to any store, I do self checkout, man. I don't like to fuck with the cashier or anything.
Dude, people get so upset when you do self checkout though.
10 items or less.
No, they need somebody to blame that when they don't do it correctly.
I like the self checkout, man. I like it the best at was it Walmart? No, Sam's is good.
Scan, ma'am, like barcode's right here. Like beep, done.
Oh, that's right at the spot, huh?
Yeah, man. I just look at these cats, man. Like, I don't know,
it's
dude.
It's not made for the older crowd there.
Mm-hmm.
But But yeah, dude, Whataburger with the new the fucking,
It's hot. It's hot coffee.
it's hot coffee, man. But yeah, this whole thing, man, it's been a trip, man. Watching all this cancel shit and came across that, and then to lighten it up, man, I had to cleanse my palate. So I went
No,
to.
but wait.
Go ahead.
This kind of goes into what I was talking about earlier.
Which one?
Off mic.
Oh yeah. What's that? What you got?
Oh, Dwayne Johnson.
That's right, dude. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
We wanted to hear it on the airwaves.
This
here.
goes back to like what you're talking about. Like, I don't know, dude. This guy needs to go somewhere.
What
So
go ahead.
he like what he did was he like I told you he takes the whoever he's working for, he tries to take it over. Like that's why Vin Diesel told him to kick rocks, like get out of here. But that's what he did with Shazam. He was supposed to appear in Shazam, but he didn't want to be. Did you not know what you were signing up for? Like Black Adam is that's the villain of Shazam.
Yeah.
So what he did was like in his contract. Well, this is where DC fucked up too. But like they let him rewrite the story to make him seem like a hero.
Oh shit. This guy,
And that's why he wouldn't. That's why he wasn't in Shazam because they already made like number 2 Shazam, and like he wouldn't appear in it because that means that he has to go up against Shazam, which is your superhero.
Right.
No, he didn't want to do that. I want to be the hero. I want to be the badass.
Damn.
So, but you promised me I could play Black Adam back when he was doing Scorpion King. So, like, he totally just hijacked DC and told him, no, I want to do it this way.
Damn, dude.
And, like, that's why they kicked him. They told him kick rocks, too. Now they're going to use my brother. They're going to use Jason Momoa
Your cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To lead the franchise.
Okay. And I don't mind that guy. I like his personality, man. I like his energy.
Yeah, dude.
Momoa's
But, like,
good. I like him.
I don't know, man. Like, and that's why he's not gonna last in the movies because he wants to take over everything. If you don't play his way,
Yeah.
he'll take his ball and go do something else.
His Hawaiian ball and run.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. I get it, man.
That's why he's mad at Jason right now.
Oh, shit, the beef. I don't know how they're gonna do this. The second part to this to the 10 the 10 one. I don't know how they're gonna do it because they're both. I think the cliffhanger was left. That's the next step.
Yeah, I think both Jason and Dwayne Johnson are gonna. Well, yeah, dude. Like there's already. Like that's what I'm saying. He's mad at Jason because he already took DC from him, and now he comes into the Fast franchise, and now he took that, and then this guy's like, well this is supposed to be mine. I'm supposed to be the badass in this, right?
Yeah.
But like, no, dude. Like, get out of here. Like,
Damn.
you're not even gonna be able to come back to wrestling anymore.
Is he gonna come back?
He was supposed to,
He's
but
supposed to?
he wants, like I said, he wants to do this, and this, and this. And the old man's like, dude, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We have this going on. You can't just come in here and change everything because this is what you want.
Yeah. No, it's. I used to like him, man. I used to like him, and then I used to follow him on social media and shit. But then, like I said, he just kind of took a turn, and it's not the same cat. I don't know.
He's not the same cat.
Yeah, he changed a lot, man. He just
Like, there's even like I don't believe it, but there's allegations of him dealing with what's Mel Gibson doing right now? The
trafficking.
trafficking.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I don't believe that. I don't think.
Right.
I don't think Dwayne Johnson would do that.
Yeah, for sure. I don't.
But
I hope not.
there's people out there saying that he knows what's going on and he's not using his star power to stop it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I think it was last week when I said that where it's weird to see all these random stars coming out of nowhere, dude, trying to help out with this shit, man. Like Ashton Kutcher and I forget what her other girl was, but
Like
there's
you
more.
said, Cube he's on a tour right now talking about
Yeah,
this.
dude, he's spreading the word. And speaking of the Cube, was Jamie Foxx came out and supposedly on the update of the Jamie Foxx update there. He came out on supposedly he came out on social media there and he did a video. It was like an up close video of himself and everybody saying it's not him because he's got too many freckles. He's too light and yeah.
He doesn't have any freckles. He's got sunglasses
No. There's a new one. There's a new one now. There's another new one. Now. He's talking to he's directly talking to the camera. He's telling people that he's sorry that he didn't want us to see him with the tubes up his nose, and that's why he waited to come out to show himself. But yeah, there's a new.
They did that with Britney also. Remember you were telling me that like they actually like it was they put a face plant on Britney,
and then when she would move or her she put her hand or something in this area,
it would kind of like
you could see the other person's
distort.
face. Yeah, you could see the other person's eyes or face when with the filter getting in the way. So yeah, that's it's a lot of sketchy shit going on, man. Like I said, the Jamie Foxx thing, I think it's him. People say it's not him. I think it's him, dude. I don't think, it looked to me, it looked like him. It sounded like it looked just like him to me. It's just he just maybe could have just been the lighting because they say he looked lighter. It's like, well, it could just be the light in the room he was in, man. But it was just, I think it's him. So I think he's fine. I think he's roaming the earth again. I think he's roaming around. So
what's up with Kanye, dude?
The shoulder pads.
Just more than shoulder pads. This man, this man lost his mind.
They say he's a clone man. If you check out the conspiracy theory, he's a clone.
He's like wearing like Halloween mask now.
Yeah, dude, he's a trip, dude. He's
like just walking around Halloween mask, like he's just like with shoulder pads and looking like Herman Munster. Like
he went for it, man. He went for it,
dude.
Yeah, I feel bad for the cat, man. I think he's got a lot of.
Cube said he went to go talk to him.
Yeah, he stayed with him for a little bit too.
Yeah.
I think he stayed at his house for a little bit, man.
And he's like, man, they put that man on too many drugs.
It's true, man. I feel bad for him, man. Like I said, he was on top of the world, man, killing it, man. He had it all, man. Had a big rap career. He still does, I'm saying, but he rap career and banging a Kardashian. You know, what more could you want, man? You got the life, man. You got the life. But yeah, man, it's guy's got issues. I feel bad for the dude with the head issues and whatnot. But 70s, man. I go back to the 70s to kind of cheer myself up, dude. Simpler time, dude. Simpler time. Simpler time. Nixon coming out the airplane like that, dude. That was a simpler time. You had the disco music. Were you in disco? I love the disco music. You know, when as growing up, I used to listen to it growing up.
Let's put it this way. Back in the 90s, you know, I listened to it a little bit.
Oh, I loved it, dude.
But it was back in the 90s, like early 90s. That's what was hot at the time. They were trying to bring that funk back with the
pants
and
shit.
Pants.
Yeah, dude. I was a big fan. I mean, my buddies too were into the disco shit too, man.
My girlfriend at the time, she looked very, very 70s with the straight hair and the bell bottoms and the crop tops. And yeah, dude. That was back in the day. That was the 90s, man.
Yeah, 90s. I know. Yeah, no shit. And then now I think it's trying to rear its ugly head again, dude, with the bell bottoms and shit. I think it's trying to come back again, dude. And but the 70s, man, for me, my go-to disco band group that I used to like was Bee Gees. Bee Gees were the shit, man. They were so good. Had so many fucking hits, man. And the reason why at a young age, man, I got turned on to Saturday Night Fever, man, and I loved, of course, excuse me, I loved John Travolta, man. He was my guy, man. And I just was a huge fan of him and all his work and Saturday Night Fever, Grease, man, all those movies, man. Rocky Horror Picture Show, Bad News Bears. What was also? And then also too, you had some some urban flicks too, like Cooley High. I don't know if you ever seen Cooley High. Had a lot of stars in it, man. Like a lot of it was all black cast. And
what do they call it? Black exploitation films.
Yeah, dude, they were like
all
kids
like
skipping
karate
school.
And
karate.
Wasn't it? Right?
Cooley High?
No, like Shaft and all that.
Oh yeah, those guys. Yeah, they were beat women and shit. Like
pimps and hoes.
Shaft and what was that? Dolomite.
Dolomite
was huge, man.
That was 70s, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm for sure it was, man. It was that whole
Foxy Brown.
You beat me to it. Foxy Brown. That whole scene, man. And was it me, man? The 70s, all the movies from the 70s, man, they all had that same like filter on them. All the movies had the same filter, like the TV.
Gringy,
it was like it was like sexy and seedy and everything.
That Tarantino filter.
Yeah, dude. And every restaurant scene was smoky as shit, dude. Like it was always like a smoky background. And
because you used to be able to just freaking light up
fire it up, man.
A Marlboro Red in a restaurant and eat pie and everything else.
It is terrible, man.
Like regular pie. Like
not the hair pie.
No,
not that kind.
Not the 70s pie.
Not the 70s pie. But for me, like I said, movies that turned me on in the 70s, man, like Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't mean turn on, I mean like it inspired me, my art. I didn't mean like turn me on, but it inspired me.
Those came out in the 70s
those
also.
Too, yeah, they were good, man. They were good. They were
there was theaters, lots of them.
Yeah, dude. And like I said, a lot of Bush. But but like movies like that, like Rocky Horror Picture Show, those really shaped me, dude. Like with being, artsy and into that kind of stuff, that vibe, and like the Bad News Bears, knowing that you could be the outcast, man, and still be cool, man. So that's what those, even though, you know, the movies were, I don't know, they were just different, but like I said, they made you feel included, like you could be yourself, and those movies made you feel good, Now
I
it's
think-
like, now you gotta always be apologetic and shit. So it's just like,
But I think that's why like Robert Rodriguez and Tarantino, they did movies like that
yeah,
that had the 70s grindhouse feel to
I love
them,
that,
like the
dude. I love that
whole
shit.
B movie, C movie type, feel, which is like just grimy.
Yeah, I love that stuff, dude. But yeah, the '70s I love the '70s movies, all of them, man. What was the other one that stuck to me hard, man? No, it's '81. I think 80. Okay, 80. Because I thought it was '81. But yeah, that was it was right there on the cusp of this, and it had that dirty look to it. It had that dirty vibe to it. It had that seedy vibe and grungy look to it. And then also like even like sitcoms and shit, they all had that feel to them. Like what was that? Too Close for Comfort. It had that feel to it. It had that '70s feel, that look to it, and that was a comforting.
I think when me and my friends were talking about how All in the Family,
Yeah.
dude, I promise you that show wouldn't even have made it on TV
Not an episode, man.
right now.
Not one episode would have made it.
It
Dude.
was just Archie Bunker was just raw.
I liked when George Jefferson became his neighbor, dude, and they were, they'd get into it, man. They'd go back and forth with the racial slurs and stuff, and I thought that was funny, dude. It opened up, people see that shit and it opened up conversation. It was just not only was it lighthearted, but you could be a person, just talk to each other, man. Now people are so. I was talking. I forgot who I was talking to this about, but it's like with social media now, the way you are, the way you can, speak your mind, do what you want. It's fine, that's the whole point of the freedom, is say what you want, man. But now they're trying to do that shit in real time, real life with people, and then when they get smacked or get told off, they're outraged. Well, you can't do this. This is not a fucking computer. It's not you're not behind the keyboard, man. You're like you're talking to an actual person. So you talk shit to somebody, there's gonna be some consequences, repercussions. So it's the thing is like everybody feels free. They can say whatever the hell they want, man. And that's why I feel like customer service has gone to shit. And I feel like both ways though, like the customer and the employee. Dude, you got to see this one. You got to see this one video. I can't pull it up, but this one video of this kid. He's working the register at Home Depot. He's in the garden area. And this man asked him a question about a plant or something, and the kid goes off on him. Like one of the managers had to run over there the kid was like maybe 19 or 18, and he was like yelling at the customer and cussing the customer out. And like I said, the manager had to come, and the kid was gonna lunge for the customer and shit. It was just like, but the manager was the sad thing. The manager was like, "Hey, you got to calm down." Whatever his name was, Jimmy or whatever. He goes, "Jimmy, you got to calm down. Go to the office, and we're gonna have a talk or whatever." It's like he should have been fired. On point, man. He should have been fined right on the spot, man. There was no need to what's there to discuss, I mean, you're being disrespectful to a customer, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, but I think the social media did all that for people to make them feel. The pandemic didn't help either, but I'm just saying, but like it helped. That just kind of let people think they could say and do what they want, man. You can't do that, man. It's like when you do that to somebody in person, somebody's gonna, gonna knock your head off, man, or talk shit back to you, man. You gotta be ready for that shit, but. Just a different time, man. Like I said, but I just think everybody feels comfortable to talk shit. You do whatever you want online, but in face to face,
70s was just like you said, it was hard times, but at the same time, it was like simple, like compared to the way it is now. Because I know, like in the 70s, I think they have like the gas crisis.
Yeah, the gas.
Where like there was no like you were waiting in line with a freaking That's insane. And they didn't have no small tanks in those cars.
Shit, no, dude. They had fucking 50-gallon tank.
It was boats.
Yeah,
you were
dude,
like
fucking
land yachts. You were filling up.
No, dude. It's
When was the gas crisis?
74. Was it 74? I think it was 74. I believe. Shit. I think it was 74. If I'm not mistaken, I could be. The gas crisis where they had the lines of the gas pumps, a shortage of gas and whatnot. I think it was 74. I think it was. Because I think they were trying to put that on Nixon's plate, which I can't recall. Like I said, 73. Ooh, I was close.
Yeah,
1 year off. Hell yeah.
and like I said, they were filling up like land yachts.
Yeah, the what was it? Those capris, not those capri. What was it? I can't think of
But
those.
it's kind of like it, like they say, history repeats itself.
Sure.
It's to the point of where it's gonna happen again. I think because, dude, like the prices of gas just keep going, like they keep going up, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm saying.
Anything right now is just like going up, and that was the same thing they were dealing with back in the 70s. Was what we're dealing with now,
Yeah, it's just
which food and just gas, all that. It sucks.
it's up and down, man. It's like it's just how it.
Hard times and nursery rhymes,
Yeah.
like I said, for me.
I want some of those nursery rhymes, man, because hard times are big. And then also the big one in the '70s was the Watergate scandal, man. I think the whistleblower was Forrest Gump, dude. He blew the whistle on that shit, the Watergate scandal, man. But that was a big one, dude. In '74, what was that? What were those two guys called? Woodward and Bernstein? Was that them? Yeah, fucking nosy bastards. I think they were the beginning of the, as Trump would say, the what they say, fake news. I think they're the originators of that. But I don't know. I don't know anything about that. It's like I don't do a deep dive on that shit. But it's just funny to me. I think it's just I think all that stuff is interesting to me. How even back then media was involved if they didn't like who was
What year did Elvis meet Nixon?
Was it true that they met each other? I don't know if it was true or not. Was it? No,
Yeah.
no, because because they were saying that wasn't that they when they met they was just because what was it? I always forget the damn story. Somebody they were going to talk about some kind of thing, but it was just they just met each other. They weren't talking.
Oh, they
politics.
weren't talking politics
Yeah.
or business.
No,
it was just he wanted to.
Yeah, it was just a fun time. It was just a good time, Sally kind of thing.
It wasn't no CIA stuff.
No. 70? Okay, all right. Yeah, man, that's 70s. I missed the 70s, dude.
That Elvis right there. That was my Elvis.
The good shit.
That was he right there. Boy, he karate kick you in the face and talk trash right there.
He didn't give a shit, dude.
Yeah, he hit you with chops.
And then he had the fucking shades on. Oh man, he was
Look,
cool.
that's the Elvis right there.
That's the best one, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best one, man.
That's when he had the big shades
Ring.
with the EP on the side.
Fucking rings galore and shit. Dude, he was good,
Memphis
man.
Mafia right there. You don't mess with them cats.
He was nice and puffy. I loved it, man. Because before he was too goddamn handsome, you couldn't touch him. Now, when he got to that era, he could get near him. Like you could get near him then.
Me and him, man, we could get some trouble if I was back then.
Dude, he had something about him. There was something about him, man. He was a good, hell of an entertainer.
Damn,
man.
man, he karate kicked the glasses off you.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. The cape, man. Holy shit, the cape, man. That was the good shit. I used to love, and I probably said this before on a podcast before. I used to love watching Bam's dad do that shit when he'd get dressed up and he.
You know what? I think that's probably where I
It's the
get
shade.
my glasses,
Shades.
my shades.
The shade. Look at that,
Look at
man.
it, all of them.
Look at those, man. Those are
telling you, man.
huge. Yeah, we gotta get him some. We gotta get him some stuff. We gotta switch
Oh.
them out, man. We gotta switch them out every week.
Oh, me and Aaron Elvis Presley.
Dude, that guy there. Them chops are huge, man. Those are bushy. I like it. I like them a lot, dude. All back in read it. Hillary, huh? The Hillary. It was funny. I was.
Oh, videos goes glitching. Look at him.
There was a video. There was a photo on Twitter. It was Hillary and I forget what the girl from what's the girl's name? The thing I showed you earlier with the donuts. Anyway, Hillary and that girl, the young actress, they were holding up these donuts, and Hillary's donut was a big ass open. It was like a big donut. It was open.
Girls and donuts.
Yeah, and the actress had a little donut like that. It was weird as shit. It was a weird ass photo. I forget the actress. Who was the girl from? It's not Remember the Titans. Is it? No, it wasn't her. It was somebody. I can't remember who the actress was. But it was just funny to see. They had two donuts and people were captioning it and shit because Hillary's donut was all busted out and shit. Ooh, it was funny. And then the other girls was all
Hillary's donut
busted out and shit. Yep. And then back to that thing where we're talking about because that's where I was going. I was trying to remember.
Delete.
Yeah, dude. I was trying to. When we were talking, I was trying to figure out when we were talking about people when you say shit in person, it changes up and you don't know how you're going to react to people when you're face to face talking shit and not behind the keyboard. And I found this thing, dude. And it's old as shit. I think it was before the pandemic. I think it was some it was a Madden gaming thing, a Madden gaming tournament. And this dude named David Katz, he was playing Madden. There was a big competition, and
Do they still even have Madden?
I think so. Yeah, I think I forget who's on the cover this year. I forget. Well, I think it was Patrick Mahomes on the cover last year. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
But David Katz, dude, he lost. He was like supposed to be like this big Madden guru game player, and then he lost. He lost one, and he was getting pissy, and he was talking shit, and then he got lost, and he got eliminated from the game, and then he came back and he shot up the room. He shot like 3 or 4 people up. Yeah, it was, and I think it was.
No, seriously.
Yeah, dude. His name is David Katz. Shoots up a Madden tournament, man. It was pretty intense. Like I said, I think it's old. It's from, I think it was from like 2019 or 2020. I'm like, or it was before the pandemic. But it was just that thing where, what is it? Is it Patrick Mahomes on the cover? Oh, Mahomes and Brady on the latest. Who's on the 20? Isn't that the 2024 isn't out yet? Okay. But anyway, yeah, dude, I saw that shit. And I was just like, that kind of came to life. Where it's like you don't know how people are gonna react, but in person, usually they're gaming with each other, online and shit, But now that they were in front of each other, yeah, he shot like 2 people or something like that. But it was it's pretty sad, man. But it was over a fucking game, dude. It was weird.
You never dealt with those dudes in the arcade?
What's that? Fighting?
Yeah, like when they get all pissed off.
No, we were pretty chill. The one we had like it was really cool, man. Like the art. Huh? Oh, Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Bills. Yeah. It was pretty chill. The arcade I went to, man, when I was a kid. I used to be. It was over there off of where I grew up in Austin. It was off of Riverside, and it was used to be at Gaddy's next door, and then it was the arcade place. And we would go there all the time, and it was cool. It was like the same folks all the time. Nobody ever got into shit. People would. I think the biggest thing where there was like shit got out of intense was when I think Mortal Kombat had just came out.
Oh, I was just about to say that because that's when we got
shit started getting like
that's when it got real.
People were talking shit. And
yeah,
it was just like
like my stack of quarters, and if somebody gets beat, like next thing you know, we're fighting for real. We're Mortal Kombat in this bitch for real.
Yeah,
and I'm like, dude, like. Yeah, it got heated in the arcade.
Raiden showed up in real life, man. Yeah.
I said, toasty.
But that's what I'm saying, dude. It's just like, you don't know what people are going to do in reality, face to face. Oh, dude, hard times. That's what I was going to I couldn't remember. We kept saying hard times, and shit's hard for us right now.
Nursery rhymes.
Yes, I know a nursery rhyme. So I found a nursery rhyme. Not really. I was looking through on I was reading articles, and I came across this video. This old man, dude. Like, oh, man, he's, probably 60 or whatever. And he'd been trucking with Yellow Trucking Company? Yellow Trucking Company. And apparently they're having issues or something, money issues. I'm not sure exactly what. But this gentleman had been working for 30 years with this Yellow company, a trucking company. And
he's grizzled.
And they took away his pension, man. All his pension's just gone.
Really?
Gone. And dude, like he was losing his mind, and they were trying to restrain him and shit. Cause he's like, it's bullshit. I worked my ass off for 30 years for this money, man. It's my money, and you're taking it from me. You're not even giving me a reason why. You're just saying because... And I can't remember exactly what the reason was because they said the government had stepped in or something, and it was all the guy that was in charge, like the manager, or whatever, was giving him a whole fucking bullshit, Oh, go ahead.
They're going bankrupt.
Okay.
So they stopped putting money in.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, they were what was it, $1.2 billion in debt on the brink of bankruptcy. But they were talking to some of the drivers, and they're like, man, we're the lowest paid. We don't have any damn insurance and stuff. I was like, we're like the lowest paid ones on the totem pole, like because there's like Yellow, and then there's there's like this other trucking companies. I can't think of the names, but they're
what do they get paid by the mile now? Is it like 10 cents, 15 cents a mile?
Yeah, I can't remember what the guy said. When he brought home, because the guy was breaking it down how much he brought home and everything. But he goes, we're the lowest paid people on the totem pole of delivery services, trucking.
Yeah,
and but it was sad, man. It's just like, damn, dude. Just one day you walk in, they tell you, man, your pension's gone, man. Your ticket's gone. Like you don't have anything to look forward to now. You got to start all over and shit. 30 years, man. It's
that's horrible.
You restarted? I don't know what happened. Oh, so yeah, man. So that was I saw that video, man. It was just crushing to see that shit, man. It was
But it's just I don't know, man. Like that's like they're saying not to put your money in. I know it sounds like hide your money in a mattress and shit like that.
Yeah.
But they're saying like don't go to these banks because like if it's not I know Bank of America was paying out for false overages and overdraft fees and all these hidden fees.
Right.
And now they're paying whoever's been with, Bank of America for this long is getting that money back because they were just like taking money from people. But it's like, you're these little small banks that you've probably never heard of.
Right.
Don't put your money in there because that bank might just be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then there goes your money.
Yeah. No, I dude, it's a scary thing. That's why I don't, I know we have to use banks, but sometimes I don't use them. I try to, like you said, put it in the mattress.
Yeah.
I try to put a little bit in the mattress where Uncle Sam doesn't know, and Uncle Sam knows now, but well, he's always listening. It doesn't matter. Alexa's listening, so she'll tell him. She'll tell him. I didn't say it loud enough. Yeah, dude. And the other thing, dude, the future's coming, dude. It's finally coming, dude. It's finally coming to us. We got the guys. They had their first. What was it? The jetpack flying. The guys with the jetpacks and they're flying around. They have races, man. They have jetpack races, man. Look at that, dude.
Dude.
And they got the jetpacks. They got the things here on the back and on their hands, and they're flying. It's like a Grand Prix. You know, it's a new thing they're starting. They're starting up. Yeah, man. It's a brand new thing starting
That's
up.
CGI.
The CGI, I know it. That's it. And I forget what the name of the company is, but they got the first flying car, man. It's in production. It's on. They're still working out the kinks, but they do have the first flying car, man. It's coming.
See, but this technology's been around forever.
Yeah, and it's just barely getting.
And then
to us,
we're
yeah.
just now getting to
Yeah,
it.
but it's been there. And Vinny says no. But yeah, dude. So the first flying car, dude, is coming, dude. I'm excited. It's gonna be. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
We couldn't do better than that.
That's as good as we could get, man. That's as good as we could get.
Like, give me the Jetson freaking car, like a little bubble.
I used to love that noise, dude.
Like, that's what you're gonna give us.
But yeah, dude,
A car with wings.
it's coming though, dude.
Is it sponsored by Red Bull?
I hope so. Gives you wings, dude. I hope so.
A bunch of eyes right on the side of it.
But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Holy shit, it's happening,
Nah,
dude!"
dude.
And they
That
just
jetpack stuff, I'm not
It's cool,
believing
right?
it. I'm not
They
believing
look cool,
it.
man.
Nope,
The jetpack look cool as shit, dude. They had it on their hands, like they look like Iron Man and shit.
I'm
Dude,
just
it's
waiting
cool.
for them to smash into the wall.
Oh, dude. So the story I had, I had my I know you probably know this already, but my weekly wrestling fun fact that I had that I think is a fun fact. So was it Generation
Hey,
X?
DX.
DX. Yeah. Used to get in trouble in hallways.
Yeah,
doing that.
bro. Like that.
Get in trouble, man. Yeah, you get in trouble for that, dude.
That's
So I was
suck it.
So I was watching.
That's what I tell all these cancel culture kids. Thin skins.
Thin skin. That foreskin. That foreskin's thin too. Yeah.
Hey, I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Fucking Billy Badass.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was watching this little thing. It's a little clip, little documentary thing that I love. I love these little short clips because they give it to you in short. Because the people got short attention spans, so they give you a little quick.
Yeah, bro.
No.
That's the future.
I love it. I wish
Like
they
the
bring back
Flying
Vine.
Guy.
Yeah, I want to bring that shit back. Bring Vine back. So they were talking to what was it, the Road Dogg, right?
Road Dogg.
Yeah, they were talking to
Jesse
him.
James.
Yeah, Jesse James. So
Hey, come on, man. I'm ready.
so he was talking. They were interviewing him, dude, and then they're showing him on his porch, right? And I was like, holy shit, that doesn't even look nothing like him, dude. He's like
He didn't have the braids.
no,
anymore.
dude. He's like 300 pounds now, dude. He's massive now. He's a huge guy. He's like, I'm not talking muscular. He's just he put some weight. He's an older cat now, so
He's corporate now, bro.
Yeah.
He works on the back.
yeah.
On the back.
So he was. They were talking to him, and then he was saying how, they started making money and they were blowing up, and he goes, when we felt like me and Six Packs or X-Pac. Or what was it 6 pack?
X-Pac.
X-Pac, yeah.
He was 6-pack.
Yeah, and then he
and
switched it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that was in a different WCW.
He was saying like, dude, when we were doing this shit, we felt like we were untouchable. We could tell McMahon whatever the hell we wanted to, and we're not gonna show up here. We're fucked up. We're hungover or whatever. We're not gonna make it, And eventually they just got fed up with it. And they tossed him out, man. They tossed him out. He got fired, and I forgot what he said he did for the meantime. And then he was heavy on the drugs and the alcohol, and he was partying way too hard, man. And he said that,
90s.
yeah, he said he came back, and when he was funny because I think he said he was him and I think it was X-Pac. They came back because they saw that WCW was blowing up, and as soon the day they came back and they were gonna try to they were down at I forget what it was down in Florida somewhere, and WCW was about to go live. And they were gonna go down there and see maybe we can go down there, maybe we can get us finagle ourselves a job, man. They go down there, and they didn't know that this was happening. That merger was happening, and there comes fucking Vince's kid down the. He's coming down. The walkway or the catwalk thing. He's coming down, right, and he's like, "Ah, shit, we don't stand a chance." And they told him to fuck off. They told him to fuck off.
When he bought
WCW. They came together, and he's like, "Here, we had a chance. We thought we were gonna have a chance to go to WCW, and then." We had no shot, dude.
Bought out the competition.
Yeah, but after finally, I think he's after a few times, like 3 or 4 times of asking McMahon, like to bring him back. Like you said, he brought him back to behind the scenes, writing stories and shit. And so he wrote stories for Nitro, or I forgot what he said he wrote for, but he wrote for a while. I think he's still there doing that. I think he's still.
We like to fault X-Pac for the passing of China.
Oh, because of the is it the drugs? Yeah, the drugs. Yeah, she was something. And you know what it was about? There was something. I know she was scary, but there was something about her that it was. I didn't mind. I don't know. There was something about her I didn't mind. Didn't she do a Playboy spread?
Yeah, bro. I can bring it to you.
Oh,
Autographed if you want.
No shit. We need to
Yeah.
go through it, man. Peel
I
through
got
it.
it,
Peel
bro.
through it.
I got
Check it
that.
out.
Hey, I got that one. I got Playboy.
Nice.
You know, shout out you Hefner.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Yeah, he's
Dude, I got that's what I did. Like, I got all the wrestling Playboy issues.
who else was in it? Was that? Oh, you know who was I a big fan of? Oh, my
Sable,
no,
Tori Wilson.
No, you're getting close. You're getting close. So,
What else you want, bro?
oh, what's her name? Oh my good, blonde, of course, blonde. Oh my goodness, dude, she's right there on the tip of my tongue. Yeah. What's the name of her? What's that girl's name, dude? Blonde girl, Trish Stratus?
No, dude,
No.
never did it.
No.
Nope.
Let me see if this is the right
No.
one I'm thinking about. Trish Stratus.
Oh, you're talking about the Stratospheres,
Is that? What,
but
who's-
no, she never did it.
Let me see if this is the right one I'm thinking about.
She did a lot of.
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's her.
she did a lot of fitness magazines where you can
Oh.
see through the bikini, but she never did the magazine.
yeah, imagine that you gotta use your imagination on the hair. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
There was none
That's
there,
fair,
by the
man.
way.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the Trish Stratus. There.
The Stratospheres, bro.
So,
She
yeah.
just came back to wrestling.
Oh, she back in it?
She's back in it.
Does she have a family and kids and shit now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I think I saw her. I saw
But
her.
you know, she's
She was. She was. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I was. I was excited to tell you
Look,
about this.
they,
Like, one
okay,
more.
put it
Got one
this
more.
way. They had she was part of a faction with two wrestlers. They were called TNA. Test and Albert.
Oh yeah. Test. I'm trying to
Test
think.
and
Yeah.
Albert.
and
But it was called TNA, and she was
Yeah.
the manager of it. Why? I don't know. You do the math.
Yeah. The maths always ends up on her TNA, and that's where the eyes ended up at. Raven, dude. Remember Raven? I was watching again one of those little clippets like that. Raven, and it was him and Diamond Dallas Page were beefing at the time. They were going back and forth, and Diamond Dallas Page was on TRL, which was the MTV, the TRL, the Total Request Live thing. He was on
Mhm.
there. You know, he's up there talking. He's got a belt. He's up there on the couch. Yeah,
Bang.
yeah.
That's
man.
right.
He was up there on the couch, but hanging out. And they were saying that you know they were beefing through the TV, you know, because it was like he had them like they had Raven, you know, via
Right.
satellite or whatever, and they were talking, you know, chipping back and forth. And then they said that well, it was all set up. It was supposed to be, you know, a thing, you know. And so Raven shows up to the TRL. So he was like, "Well, I didn't get invited to the thing. What about me? What about Raven? You know, his whole bit."
Yeah.
So he shows up in the studio, and he hits Diamond Dallas Page didn't see him
DDP,
coming.
which
He
is
didn't
short, yeah.
DDP, he didn't see him coming. So he came with a chair, dude. And he knocked him out. Like he actually knocked him out. He didn't mean to. He actually knocked him out. Dude. Like he was out. They showed the footage, and like he was, because even Raven was like standing there, like, oh shit, like he's not moving. Like he knocked his ass out. Like he was out cold, and he kind of made it look good and covered it. You know, kind of made it look good, and they kind of fixed it where he picked him up by the hair and kind of, you know, threw him through the table there. And but it was cool to see that. Holy shit! Like he went too hard. He swung it too hard, man. He's like knocked his ass out. But it was crazy to see his eyes. Like he just went blank, dude. It was like scary ass shit, dude. It was cool. But
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Like
DDP, man.
it just goes back to what we said in past interview or podcasts and interviews that I've done. Is just that like you don't have the characters. Like okay, yeah, UFC.
Yeah.
Right. Like, dude, we grew up with your Hogans, your Jesse the Bodies, just like the Flairs, like all these icons, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then like the UFC comes along. It's been around for a while.
Sure.
But when it was hot, when it was like red hot, you had your Tito Ortiz,
that was
your
the best.
Iceman Chuck Liddell, you had your Ken Shamrocks,
Yeah.
you had your. They don't have that anymore.
No, dude.
I think the only one the last one that everybody knows is Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Connor, and then the other one that I kind of knew that was the last at the end there was I can't remember. Black fella. I can't think of his name.
Rampage?
No,
See, even Rampage
he was
Jackson,
cool.
like
He was cool
I used
shit.
to, like love that dude. I would and that's what I looked for is because they were larger than life. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the guy I'm thinking about fought. I don't know which one it is. They're both handsome boys. Which is it, Jake Paul or which one's the one that's the UFC or the boxer? I can't think of Jake Paul.
It's Jake Paul.
Jake. He fought. Oh,
Logan,
Silva.
Logan's
Silva.
Logan's the wrestler.
Sylvia, right? What's
Yeah.
his name?
Yeah.
that
Spider,
guy,
the spider.
Him, dude. He was the last of the personality that was so good. I remember he would one of his celebrations.
Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva, yes.
Yeah.
I always forget his name. When I used to love, he has celebration dances where he'd win, and he did this certain thing. It was so fucking hilarious, dude. He had great celebrations.
Yeah,
man.
dude. But they had that
the
personality, that
Yeah.
it factor that made them, what they are today.
Yeah.
Like you remember that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I remember Tito Ortiz. I remember like all of these Chuck Lidd the Iceman.
Yeah.
And that's when they got big. And I was just, reading an article, and like wrestling is coming back to that because people want stories, dude. Like they wanted like, the good guy, bad guy, and that's where we're at now. Like you do still have your UFC fans,
Sure.
but it's not the way it was when it first popped, when it was hot. And I was just like, damn, it's true. Like you missed that. You missed the Hulk Hogan. You missed the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were personalities, dude.
Dude, you're sparking all these things I kept reading about this week. The Ultimate Warrior, and not again, we're not political. I don't give a shit. But he was Ultimate Warrior. He couldn't find his way, so he made this comic book called The Ultimate Warrior, and he was shopping it around and making a thing with it and doing merch with it and whatnot. And he was doing these like circuits around colleges, and this is like right on the cusp of things, the climate changing on him. So the Ultimate Warrior, I don't know what his real name is, but he was doing these. He's going
Jim.
he was doing the circuit things where he was talking to kids, college kids, and he was there. And the thing is, I guess he didn't know the climate of the colleges anymore, or now, or at that time. So he's up there doing a speech, and he's telling them, this and that, and this and that, and you need. And again, nothing. I'm not making fun of this. I'm just telling you what he was doing. He's like, you need Jesus in your life, and you need to, be conservative and all this shit, dude. The crowd, they were throwing shit at him and everything, and they were like attacking him and shit. They had to get security to like keep him off of him. And
Damn.
when
Their skin was too thin.
And then after that, dude, he just kind of, that was it. He disappeared after that. It was just like, after that, because he was trying to, it wasn't.
He was trying to build something.
Yeah, he was just trying to build,
do.
like, just, motivational speaking kind of thing. And it hit the fan, man. And they like I said, he didn't know.
He didn't know the crowd.
Yeah, he didn't read
He
the
didn't
room.
read the room. Is what he didn't
The
do.
room was misspelled like a motherfucker, dude. But it was all off, dude. But yeah, so I read about that. That was him. I felt bad for him, dude, because like I said, he was just an old cat trying to find his way, man, trying to find a thing, a market, a niche. But he just went to the wrong spot. What other thing you were talking about? You mentioned somebody else.
I can mention what I was telling, like we were talking about earlier about personalities, dude. Like Rhea Ripley, she's one of the female wrestlers, dude. People that don't even watch wrestling, they're like, "Oh, do you know who Rhea Ripley is?" I'm like, "How are you asking me if I knew her? Of course I know who she is.
Right.
Like, see her every week." But they just and that just goes. They're dipping out into the public again.
Yeah.
They're mainstream.
coming
like
out.
it's coming back.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Like, these random people. And I was like, I asked people like all the time, I was like, what do they see in Rhea Ripley? Jen, if you want to pull up Rhea Ripley, you can probably get an idea of why they're a big fan of hers. It's because of the way she looks.
Yeah, I love
and what she brings to the table.
Yeah, okay. I used to love Lita.
Like she has a look to her that, that I guess the kids nowadays in the schools are like, oh my God, like, she's kind of gothy. She has,
I got you. Kind of dark.
that's Rhea Ripley,
Okay,
dude. And dude, she's smoking.
No,
but
she's definitely on the dark side. It's
but her fan base is beyond wrestling.
It's not just that. It's not just those. It's
No,
not just that crowd. Yeah.
It's not just a wrestling
Yeah.
crowd. It's like the anime girls and stuff like that, or the goth chicks.
Sure.
Or they look at her
That's
and they
cool.
think she's like
The shit. Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that's cool, man. I'm glad that wrestling, because wrestling is great for the imagination. It brings. I don't know, dude. It's a good. It's something that I've always.
Did you know what a Samoan was before wrestling?
No.
See,
But
exactly.
because of Rashiki, I do. Rashiki, his ass, kind of got me working. Had the clapping. So talking about dark stuff and dark things, and you mentioned the dark side of the ring, and they had like the dark side of the '90s, in the 80s, and now it's the dark side. I was telling you earlier, the dark side of the 2000s, and it's going to be a 8-part series, different episodes, different things. I think one is like Matthew Perry when he had a coke thing on Friends and shit. He had his episode, but they're still coming out. But the newest one that I was watching today or last night, I was watching it was again, it's just pop culture, and it's just I always caught my eye, dude. Remember I don't know if you ever saw it. It was called John and Kate plus 8. They had 8 kids and shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Dude, she had the Karen haircut before it was cool. You know,
He should
it
have
was
strapped up.
Yeah, dude, for sure. But that dude, it was so fucking dark, dude. Behind the scenes, you didn't know what was going on, man. You thought that it was family and happy go lucky, and they were having a good time and having a blast and just being a good family. Being that multicultural, I can't even get the word out. Just that blended family, that family. It was different times, man. But it was the shit at the fan, man. It was gotta check it out. What is it on? It's on Vice, right? Vice, the Vice app. Check it out, man. The Vice is pretty good, man. It's they had a lot of shit, a lot of stuff.
I watched one over the weekend. It was called it was about Woodstock '99.
Oh, with all the raping and pillaging, huh?
Yeah,
dude.
Dude, that one was intense.
Dude, Limp Bizkit, dude.
Did you watch it?
I seen bits and pieces of it. I never got to see the whole show, and I know that.
What was the name? I can't remember the name of it. It was called
the '99 one.
Woodstock '99.
Yeah, it had a name to it. I also enjoyed the reason why I brought it earlier when we talked about Sharon Osbourne. It sparked my interest about
Trainwreck.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
that's it.
The Sharon Osbourne thing was she created what you call Ozfest, right?
Yeah.
So that she was always innovative and she was brilliant, dude. And I thought she was without her there'd be no Ozzy, man. She was the driving force behind all that shit, man. And,
She kept him in line.
dude, you had to, man. The guy had a big personality.
I wish I had a Sharon.
Yeah. Oh, I know, dude. Yeah. I won't go into that, but but yeah, dude. But it was Sharon was a hard nosed woman, dude. She didn't take no shit. She go into those record companies and tell them this is what's what. This is what's gonna happen. This is what you're gonna pay him. This and that. And even to the point where she parted ways with her dad. They didn't see eye to eye because she goes, I'm gonna do things my way, and that's just I see the potential in this guy.
She's a strong woman, dude.
Yeah, dude. Then they should be applauding her, dude. She's the kind of chick they should be applauding, man. She should be getting all kinds of fucking awards, and she's an ass kicker, man. They still do it now. I think he's still touring and shit, right? Ozzy's still getting after it, man.
Hey, is Kelly Osbourne married?
Yeah, no,
She's not. Kelly, holla at your boy.
Oh,
I got a couple of those too. But holla at your boy.
yeah, she was yeah, we got to fight for that one, dude. And you'll win because you got the
Kelly?
you got the ring because you got the hour experience. You got the hours and the experience there, man.
Dude, I'm in love with her.
I can't take the what is it, the drop, the flop. What is it called?
What-
When you got to put your hands down.
Yeah, the bumps.
The bumps. There you go.
bumps
I knew I
and the
couldn't find it.
bruises.
Yeah, the bumps, dude. I probably told you about this shit too before, dude. It was the Real Life on MTV. Want to be a wrestler, and this guy, he was some spoiled kid from New Jersey or something like that. And he wanted to be a wrestler, dude. And he went to a training camp for like a week, dude. And like he was doing like coke, and he turned to a piece of shit. Like he couldn't handle it because he was a mama's boy. He couldn't hang, dude. And he was just into drugs and shit and partying. But I think the guy that was teaching him the classes he was taking at the school he was at, I think the guy was famous. I can't remember the guy's name, and that's my fault.
If it's Bill DeMott, totally understand.
It's a true life wrestler, and I can't think of the coach.
Or I think it was Sarge from
It was an old cat, dude.
WCW.
It was an old cat. He didn't take no shit, dude. He was like, I think there he is right there. I think that video right there, that video right there, the glasses on.
Yep, the
Yeah.
Sarge.
Dude, that guy
Told you.
he didn't bullshit, dude. Like he didn't bullshit. Like
Yeah,
he
dude.
told him what's what. He's like, hey man, you're fucking around. You
Well,
think you're going around town? He goes, you don't think I don't hear it, dude. I hear you going around town telling people you're a wrestler. He goes, you ain't a damn wrestler, dude. Until I'm done with you, you're not a wrestler. Even then, you're not. But anyway, he went off on that dude. And
We
that
were
guy
supposed
split.
to, when I wrestled in North Carolina, on the way back, we were supposed to have breakfast with the Sarge.
Dude, that's cool. Man.
But
really cool.
his health was he's not doing too well. But that's it. But that would have been pretty cool to do that.
Yeah, dude. He like I said, I knew he looked like an icon, but I just didn't know. I kept forgetting his name.
Takes a lot, man.
Yeah,
Takes a lot.
yeah. Oh fuck yeah, it takes dedication, dude. You know people think, it's just a good time. They're just showboating.
Nah, get out of here.
It's hits, man. That's real hits. I can see it, man.
Like I told my son, he keeps messing with me. I'm as tall as you, Dad. Now you can take a real clothesline.
Take it, man. Take it, dude. But what else? I was gonna hit on that. There was also something else, dude. There was one more thing, one more wrestling story I had for you that I'm sure you knew about it, but I can't think of it. I lost it, man. We were talking about, Raven. I lost it.
Dude, go watch Trainwreck tonight.
Oh, I will
Tonight.
for sure, absolutely.
Like, it was a total train wreck.
I know that
Because we're talking about the 70s, right?
Sure.
Like, Woodstock happened in 69.
Yeah.
Transitioning into the 70s.
Mhm.
And that's exactly and that happened in 99, which they were going into the 2000s,
Yeah.
like you were saying.
Right. Yep.
And that's what they were just trying to do. They were just trying to bring back the feel, the peace and love.
Yeah. It's like we were talking about that, and that didn't happen. Not so much. There's a lot of peace, but there was no love, man. There's a lot of pieces out there getting damaged.
Jesus.
As far as donuts getting blown out, yeah, Hillary's donut getting blown out, man.
Hillary donut blown out.
Yeah, we gotta watch it, dude. It looked like she had what was those, the cake donut. Anyway, it was brown and shit. So we were watching when we were watching the Wham thing. Jennifer were watching it, and we were like at Wembley Stadium. It was like the biggest crowd ever, and like these people, they kept their composure. Nobody lost their mind, because we were relating back to that one, to the '99 thing, where we're like, nobody got raped, nobody got beat up, there was no fighting and shit. It was just people at Wembley Stadium watching that Live Aid, even the Live Aid and all that shit, where all these stars are at. Nobody's losing their mind.
But when you watch it, you understand why.
Yeah.
You'll understand exactly why.
Yeah.
The two different. It was two different crowds.
Yeah.
And when you watch it next weekend, we'll talk about it
for sure. I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
That wasn't in America, so
That's the first problem. Yeah, heathen.
They didn't listen to Limp Bizkit Nookie.
Dude, no shit. The other thing too. One other thing was you gotta watch, dude. It's on what's it on? The one we're 11 minutes. Paramount Plus, if you have that, do 11 minutes, and it's one of the Vegas shooting when they're the guy shooting from the Mandalay Bay.
From the Mandalay Bay. Yeah.
I got in. We're like a couple of episodes in. It's very good, very good. A lot of details, a lot of just a lot of backstory. It's really good, and it gives a lot of
Graphic.
pretty graphic, and it gives a lot of. And the thing I like about it is giving a lot of. It took the time and went to each concert goer that was there that had a traumatic experience. And they're giving them the time to talk. That's why it's such a long series, because they're getting their time to speak and
Right.
and talk about their friends or whatever that they lost or what have you. But dude, I think it's 11 minutes, and Tessa Go told us about that one, so it's a good watch, man. And like I said, I can't wait to get home to finish watching that one. So we'll watch that one. 11 minutes, right? 11 minutes, yeah. That's
She's one of our biggest fans, by the way.
Oh yeah, she's awesome, dude. She's a great kid.
Yeah.
Great kid, man. She's great. I appreciate everything she does for us. She shares everything, and that's what. We'll get it, man. We'll get that following going, and we'll take over the world, man. It's gonna happen one day. It'll happen, man. What else we got here?
Like I said, if you guys have any questions or comments,
Yeah, dude.
like drop a line.
Yeah, dude.
We'll be happy to talk about it.
Sure. I also know that we had a lot of questions on the Instagram, so Instagram's good too. That's a good outlet to talk to us too, man. A little bullshitting, shoot the shit with us. Also, what else? I think that was it. I think that's all I really had was just that, man. Just kind of a lot of PC shit this week, man.
Yeah.
A lot of PC stuff I was watching and catching up on. But other than that, and then the last thing to close it out, man. It was that's what I was looking for. They had the real Grand Theft Auto happen in San Francisco, man. There was this group of, I think it was a group of I don't know how many words. There's like 4 people in the car, and they're going through, and they crash just like in GTA, and they get out of the car, and they get out of the car like nothing happened, man. But it was just the way they crashed and everything. It just looked just like Grand Theft Auto, how the car was flying through the air and shit through the grass. It looked just like a video game, man. It was just in San Francisco. San Francisco.
They're not. Did they not understand? They're not avatars, dude. Like,
Yeah, dude. And then
you're gonna fucking die, dude.
when they pulled this bystander stopped by to pull them out, and they popped out and they took off running. Dude,
you
just like the video game.
you know why they were driving like that? Because they were driving on GTA.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
Shit and everything.
But dude, it's crazy how it was like a real life game came to life.
Who taught
man.
you how to drive?
Yeah.
GTA.
Yeah, dude. Fucking California edition. It was Sandy. What's it called? San Andreas edition. San Andreas.
My son was playing that the other day, and I was like, oh, you're at Hollywood and Vine? Make a right. And I was giving him directions to go to Venice. And he's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, dude. Make a right here. Take a left. Stop at this light.
I used to get lost in that game, dude. You could get lost in those damn games, did you? Because there were so many detailed things you could do and fuck around and walk around.
It's
so
literally, producer Angel probably could tell you that it's a legit map.
That's cool, man.
They mapped out the city, so they can just you can go.
Because wasn't the first one was the first one New York? No,
it was Miami.
Miami, that's right. It was Miami. Yeah, that's right, Miami. I don't know why I said New York. But yeah, and man, I got nothing else, man. That's about all I had, man. Got anything, Vinny? Anything else you want to add to the thing?
No,
man.
No, just your Batman and Robin.
Batman, the dynamic duo, man. However you want to
put it.
Same
bat time, same bat channel.
Always, dude. We're always here, man. Other than that, I got nothing else, man. We're gonna get into episode 71 next week. Of course, that's how the numbers work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Episode 70. We're in it, man. In the books, man. We appreciate everybody listening to us, man, and stay tuned.
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.